did decide to go against a federal ban on becoming a sanctuary city? And I guess I'll just direct it to the general and then go across.
Well, first of all, the term sanctuary city doesn't mean anything in law. And I think you have to start with that. It's a label, it has no meaning. You can't go look in the Ohio Revised Code, I don't think, and look up sanctuary city. So it means, I guess, whatever that city thinks it means. This is primarily a legal one. And so what you have to look at is what that city council, when they pass their resolution, or what the mayor, whoever, what they're saying they're going to do, and what they're saying they're not going to do. Because immigration, the federal government is the primary mover in it, there's not a whole lot of requirements from local officials in regard to that area. I'm giving you a legalistic answer, but that's the only way I know to start looking at this and have a rational discussion about this, because, the term sanctuary city, you turn on TV and all you hear is sanctuary city, and no one knows what in the world it means. And I wonder sometimes if those who are saying that we're going to be a sanctuary city, if they fully understand that what that means really doesn't mean anything. So you got to look at what they're doing, what they're saying they're going to do, to determine whether or not they're violating any federal law. Now, look, my attitude is that they have to follow federal law. But in the area of immigration, there's not a lot of responsibility for the local community and for the police force in regard to immigration law. And so, this is going to be fought out, I guess, more over specifics. We can have the fight over the generalities and use these terms, but we're not going to know what it means until we get down and see what a city is going to do. Now, if the city says, we're going to violate the federal law, but they can't do that. But can they say, well, we're not going to cooperate except where we absolutely have to cooperate? Can they do that? Yeah, they can do that. They have some discretion in that area. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but they do have some discretion. I just think it's a debate that it inflames people, and we need to cool it down a little bit, and we need to kind of get down to what people are really doing. And I just get very concerned when we're labeling cities as sanctuary cities, or they're self-proclaimed sanctuary cities, and no one that means nothing at all, except it gets people all riled up on both sides of the issue. I'm just kind of a practical guy. I like to figure out where we're going here, but I think we've got to be very careful with those labels.
Mr. Secretary?
Do you want to expand on what your definition of sanctuary city is for the purposes of responding to the question? Because I know, to Mike's point, people define it differently. The bottom line is, you got to follow the law. If the cities aren't following the law, I think they're violating their oath of office, frankly, because their primary job is to uphold the law, keep people safe. If what they're doing is a violation of that oath and of those principles, then there should be consequences for that.
Thank you. Mr. Auditor.
So the definitional question is not just legalism. If this being a sanctuary city means welcoming to immigrants, meaning that we're going to create a friendly culture that is open of people from different places, well, that's consistent with American norm. And a lot of people use the term that way. But sanctuary city does have a commonly understood meaning, and what it means is that as a matter of policy directed by ordinance or resolution, depending on the form of government, that the officers of that government are directed not to cooperate with federal authorities in the enforcement of immigration laws. It means that when ICE has a detainer out that unless it's violent criminal, the local authority will not execute that. The local warden or jailer, sheriff, whoever's running the local incarceration, will not provide a bed. And I find that problematic. The Constitution unequivocally establishes the federal government as the agency that has been delegated by the states to be the sole executive on immigration policy. That's a separate question from whether the decisions that are being made in Washington are efficacious or appropriate. And I don't really think that I'm competent to offer an opinion on that. But from a legal standpoint, I think there is certainly within our framework, constitutional framework, adequate room to settle this and settle it clearly.